Look how beautiful this is. Good grief. I think this is the first time we've walked through here during the day. Alright, Damien, I'm here. What's up, buddy? We're friends now, right?
Damien.
Geralt, it's about time. Ready for the ceremony?
Oh, look at his face. Dude, you don't look so good.
Your face doesn't look good. What the hell happened?
The city was attacked. Surely you don't imagine I could stand and watch it all from some ivory tower.
Okay. Do we tell him? I think we do. I think Sienna's still dangerous.
Got some important information. Anna Henrietta was supposed to be Detloff and Sienna's 5th victim.
You are certain of this?
Completely. Found proof.
Inconceivable. How could she? The murders, the mayhem she brought down on the city, were they not enough? She sought to strike down her own sister, her liege. Traitor. I must alert my men. Enlarge the Duchess's honor guard. Make certain Sylvia Anna is closely watched during the questioning. I'll see to it personally. I thank you, Witcher, for alerting me, and I appreciate your attentiveness. Let's begin the ceremony. Come with me. The Duchess awaits.
It was the right thing to do. She's dangerous, man. She could sneak out of that cell, still kill Anna Henrietta.
In the Guild's name, I beg your assistance, your enlightened highness. Without barrels, production will come to a stop, and it will be the end of us.
You lost them all in the fire. These are horrible tidings. Oh, we are most dreadfully saddened.
Yes, your enlightened highness all. Once the beasts had clawed their way into the warehouse, the whole place went up in flames.
I shall dispatch a palace guardsman to examine the site of the blaze. If things are, as you say, fitting compensation shall be paid from the ducal treasury.
Thank you, your enlightened highness.
Better not be lying,
Your
dude.
Grace, Geralt of Rivia has arrived.
My dear subjects, we come now to our next point of business. Of all the duties which fall upon my shoulders, as the ruler of this dominion, this duty is dearest to my heart. For now, we shall award the Order of Vitis Vinifera, Tucson's highest honor.
Geralt of Rivia, slayer of the beast of Beauclair, step forth.
What are you doing, Geralt?
We bestow the distinction upon the Witcher, who saved Beauclair from the terrible beast. Such is our desire.
Ooh, achievement unlocked. Nice.
May this symbol serve as a reminder to all that the Witcher shall forever remain a friend of Beauclair.
Hey, can I get some of that wine? You're not going to give any to Geralt? She takes a
In more
drink.
familiar
Okay.
terms now, I thank you immensely, Geralt. Damien has your reward for you. After all, it was but a contract.
Thank you.
I have a small surprise for you, in addition. I give you more than a dozen barrels of Son Real, a wine normally reserved for the ducal table. The gustatory experience of a lifetime awaits. Are you content?
Are you content? I think we need to tell her to her face.
I am, and truly grateful, Your Grace. Sadly, I'm afraid I have to sour the mood. It's Sienna. She plotted to have you killed, Duchess. Planned to use Detloff. You were to be the beast's 5th victim.
This cannot be true. You're mistaken. You must be.
I have proof.
I do not believe it. In a moment I shall speak to Siana. Will you assist me? You returned my sister to me, yet what you tell me now I find devastating. I've come to doubt that I can judge her fairly. I'd far prefer to learn you're mistaken, Geralt.
I'm not. In fact, I'd recommend you be particularly careful around her.
You exaggerate, Witcher. She is my sister. I know well how to speak to her.
If my presence will help in any manner, of course I'll stay.
We shall now question a person implicated in the murders which recently ravaged our fair city of Beauclair. Captain de la Tour, show Sylvia Anna in.
The Witcher will take part in our talk.
Yeah, she asked me to stay. How you like them apples?
The Duchess requested I be present.
You have committed crimes. Grave crimes. Yet you are my sister, and my heart does not allow me to treat you as a common criminal. Nor does it let me believe you sought my demise. My heart yearns to know you were swayed by the monster Dettlaff. You yourself would never stoop so low. Thus I have asked Geralt to advise me, as one impartial. I shall now hear what he has to say.
Geralt's not impartial. Siana should be punished like any criminal. The good of the duchy, that's what matters most. Well, I really think she should be punished like any criminal, but I think that would really, really hurt her. So let's go with this.
Your Grace, as head of state, you should look first and foremost after your dominion. Siana's actions, what drove them, be damned. She's a threat to your subjects.
You are correct. They are what matters. I must not forget this. Siana, you shall be tried and given a fitting punishment. Yet we shall never cease to be family. As Duchess, I shall have to judge you. But as your sister, I shall never stop loving you.
What are you doing?
Will you forgive me?
That look. Like, what are you doing? I hope they searched her and make sure she didn't have any blades on her.
I shall never forgive you.
Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. Holy shit. Oh my gosh. Holy crap. Did that kill her? I mean, obviously Siana's dead, but did that kill Anna Henrietta? Oh my gosh. Oh man, just when you thought it couldn't get any darker, it does get darker. Okay then, I was thinking that I was going to end on this beautiful ceremony with Geralt getting these wonderful honors and this beautiful sunny day in this beautiful countryside. Oh my gosh. I guess she's dead, right? Is she dead? I don't know. Let's see. 2 weeks later. Oh my gosh. That was awesome. Oh, that was so awesome. I mean, no, I'm not happy that happened. It's just I have an appreciation for the unexpected.
Need some flowers, a wreath, or...
I've none. Sold everything. I was just on my way out. No sense hanging about with nothing to do. Should come as no shock, sir. Had the funeral, folk took it all. Men, women, children, all wished to lay a bouquet on the Duchess's grave. Windflowers, peonies, gladioli. But she liked common roses best. I know, her ladies-in-waiting would come here at times. I'd choose the loveliest blooms for her. Fragrant, big petals, the kind that last a long time. I've still not come to terms with it. To be killed by her own sister. How could it happen?
I let the Duchess down. Never thought Sienna would be so unrelenting. No, I believe completely that she would be so unrelenting. Anna Henrietta was too trusting. Let's not speak ill of the dead.
How? Quickly. Unexpectedly. She was gone before I understood what was happening.
I know you. You're that witcher from the north. The one that saved us from the beast.
Mm-hmm. Could say that.
Wait here. Take these.
Thought you were out of flowers.
I put a bouquet aside. I was to take it to her myself. But you have it. I know you held the Duchess dear.
How much do I owe you?
Not a copper. Keep your coin and raise a toast in her memory tonight.
Do just that. Farewell.
Oh, and thank you. Place a flower on Anna Henrietta's grave. Sheesh. Okay, so on her own behalf and that of her subjects, Anna Henrietta thanked Geralt for slaying the beast of Beauclair and awarded him the Vitus Vinifera medal. Thankfully, the ceremony was brief, so the Witcher lacked time to demonstrate his ignorance of protocol and thus violate the majesty of the court. After the ceremony, Sylvia Anna faced her accusers. Alas, her interrogation ended in tragedy. Though her murderous scheme had been thwarted when her murder weapon, the vampire Dettlaff, had been removed, Sienna decided to see the matter through. Feigning a willingness to reconcile, she tricked all those present and ran a hairpin through her sister's heart. Annarietta died instantly, and no one, not even the Witcher with his lightning-fast reflexes, could prevent it. A woman of great beauty in the prime of her life, Anna Henrietta breathed her last at the foot of her own palace. As she died, her thoughts went to the undersigned. Grief grips my heart as I write this. Tears flow of their own from my eyes. The bad seed, Sylvia Anna, perished immediately afterwards, without trial or due process, cut down by a ducal guardsman, loyal and true. Place a flower on Anna Henrietta's grave. Wow. What the heck? Is there a notice board here? Yeah, there's a notice board right there. Huh. Where are we on the map? We're at the Grand Palace. Yeah, we saw that notice board before, I'm sure.
Why I stand to put nothing aside.
Oh, this is the florist.
So young. So beautiful. So young. So beautiful.
Why are people laughing? I heard people laughing. Well, let's press F to pay respects here.
Hey, don't you step on me.
So I guess this is her grave. It's magnificent. No, that's not her grave. That's just a statue. Let's follow the dotted line. Go to her grave. Man. All that work we did. All that killing to save just one person because the beast had already killed 4 people.
What will the morrow bring?
He only had 1 more left to kill. And it was Anna Henrietta. And she died anyway. She died anyway. Yep. Here we are. The cemetery.
Bury the murderous lass in one crypt with the Duchess. It's not decent.
Matter or no, she was the Duchess's sister. Shared her blood. She should lie with her kin.
The Duchess summoned him. I wonder what for.
I'm busy. Be off.
Hello?
Which man?
Which man? Which man? This man. Okay. Alright. Where are we going to place the flower? This side? Oh. Is it underground? Is that where I'm supposed to go? Yes, here we are.
Witcher, I was certain you'd departed.
Couldn't. Anna Henrietta was...
Wondrous. Beautiful. Good. The best ruler one could hope to have. Yet I let her down.
Don't blame yourself, dude.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one expected Sienna to do that, persist to the end. And none of us did anything to stop her. 'Cause there was nothing we could do.
I suppose you are right. But when someone so beloved dies, one cannot help but search one's soul for blame. And even the hardiest knights grow faint-hearted then.
Come to pay my respects. Bid the Duchess farewell.
White roses. They were her favorite. Go inside then. She lies in the ducal crypt. In one room with her murderer. Despite my protests.
What? Who decided that?
The Regent's Council. A pack of old men who've statutes and codices for hearts. Ducal blood flowed in Sienna's veins, and she was never legally disinherited. So they ruled she should lie alongside Annarietta.
I'm not putting flowers on her grave. Just Anna Henrietta's. I mean, don't get me wrong, I
I regret it
feel
ended
bad.
this way. That I failed to prevent it. Hope you can forgive me. Rest in peace.
Ah, Regis. I'm glad you're here.
Stylish crypt, quite subdued. Yes, this is the kind of eternal resting place I dream of.
Moments like this, I never know if you're joking or serious.
Serious, Geralt, serious. It's remarkably peaceful, subtly charming to the hilt. A perfect match for the Duchess's dignity. Ah, you humans, you'll never cease to amaze me. To feel despair in the face of natural processes to which you are predestined. I've come to take you from this place, my friend. Dare say you deserve a speck of respite after the mad whirl of the last few days.
All those deaths I failed to prevent. Feel pretty awful right about now. Can't help thinking I could have done more. Now Toussaint's left without a ruler, or more accurately, chaos rules here. Hand in hand with despair. Duchess won over people's hearts. All Beauclair now weeps for her.
A mass outburst of emotion. Well, it seems her subjects have adopted some of their recent ruler's traits.
Why the sarcasm? Thought you liked Anna Henrietta.
I did. And I do truly rue her passing.
Me too.
Then let us drink.
Always seemed to me you were a very complicated creature by nature. Not one to resort to such simple methods like drinking your worries away.
There exist worries for which they're quite simply, it's no other medicine.
Whatever you say about Siona, you gotta admit, she was unbending.
That she was. I do admit it. Though, in her case, it would have been better if she had been a tad more, philosophical, pausing from time to time to reflect on the propriety of her actions.
True.
How do you find my personal brew? Not too strong?
Just right.
Credit the local mandrake of the Alrauna diabolus variety for that. The tubers which grow in this area's volcanic soil have an altogether unique flavour profile and display a remarkably uncommon dark brown tint.
Fascinating. All I can say is this batch turned out excellent.
Indeed. It might be wise to stockpile some roots for the future. Would you care to accompany me?
What? Right now?
You decide to go root picking now? It's dark out.
Geralt, even were I generously to assume it had simply slipped your mind that I am a vampire and thus need no light to see, I'd never believe you had also forgotten that you likewise have absolutely no trouble seeing in the dark. So, shall we?
Fine, let's go.
If you think it's a good idea, let's go. But I think you might be forgetting one thing. Fresh mandrake root of this variety is highly toxic, even to a witcher.
Ah, not a problem. I never forget matters of safety and hygiene in alchemy. Here, gloves and a mask. Don them, and you shall be in no danger.
Thanks. Right then, let's go.
What the heck? Okay then.
Moonlight makes me
Let's put on the mask and gloves.
Penny for the
The heck are we doing? Okay. Geralt visited the crypt where both sisters had been laid to rest. Then he rejoined Regis to enjoy some well-deserved respite, aided by a jug of the vampire's mandrake hooch. Alright, let's put on the mask and gloves and collect some mandrake roots. Let's see. I guess they're quest items. I guess. Where are they? Here's the mask. How do I put it on? Where do I put it? Equip? Okay. And... oh, here's the letter revealing the 5th victim. This time you must see to our Duchessa. Anna Henrietta knows nothing of empathy. Her heart is cold. This shard of ice you must tear from her breast. Yet first you must snap her neck, quickly and to effect. Once that is done, Rena shall go free. And we have some gloves for picking mandrake. And we have now donned them.
Let me guess. Succubus twins?
No, I was thinking about, how anything can look interesting when properly lit.
Even an old necrophage corpse?
You've not an ounce of refinement in you, have you?
Katerin Vladica, the loveliest red-headed creature to ever walk upon Beauclair's soil.
And if I were to add Jimson Reed in the last phase,
Alright, we're supposed to collect mandrake roots. Do I need to use my Witcher senses to see them?
And if I were to add Jimson in the
last.
No, this is Hellbore. Where do I find, mandrake roots? Okay, here's some over here. Picked mandrake root. Okay, found one. And... where's another one? Whoa, I fell in a grave. Read. Whose grave was this? Severin Ervoville, carpenter. All I need's a sliver, and I can make you a better table than you ever dreamed of. Did you say sliver or silver? Sliver, that's what it says. Okay. Return to Regis.
Now, where'd that bloodsucker go? Won't be easy to track down. He's a vampire after all.
Use your winter senses to
Damn it,
find
where'd you
Regis.
go?
Where'd you go, dude?
Regis!
The hell, Regis? What is this? What is all this?
Go.
What the hell's going on? Some Bruxa over here. What was that all about? The
Those
heck?
Bruxay, they called you a traitor.
Alas, we've a very simple code of honor, we vampires. So simple you might call it trivial. Either one is with us, unconditionally, regardless of the circumstances, or
Won't let it go, will they?
they will not. Fortunately, we've another rule, an unwritten one, and just as trivial as the first. It is neatly summarized in the saying, out of sight, out of mind. That is why I must leave Toussaint. For a vastly long time, most like.
Yeah, I get it.
Let us make for my camp. I've an overwhelming desire to have another drink.
Look at all this bad stuff that's happened to poor Regis. Man.
Supreme bouquet. Firm, defined beginning. Then develops gently, rising to a startling finish. Don't you think?
Not much of a connoisseur.
Then it is high time you started your education. After all, the Corvo Bianco vineyard is now yours. By the way, I left a gift for you at your new home. On the nightstand.
Thanks. Mind telling me what it is?
A trifle. That will nonetheless be useful should you need mutagens. Incidentally, have you thought about what you'll do with your prize? Shall you hang your swords over the mantle and take to pruning vines?
I think I'll settle down there for good. No, I was made to kill monsters, or don't know yet. What about Yennefer? I don't know. I don't know yet.
Don't really know yet. Might find the life of a hard-working vintner too tempting one day. Or maybe I'll just stick to the path, go on roaming, staring up at the stars after laying my bedroll at the roadside.
Ah, roadsides, bedrolls, and the sky above. I sense some poetry coming on, which of course brings to mind Dandelion. I can remember a night, not too far from here if I'm not mistaken. We hid in a cave while a blizzard raged all about. Does that sound at all familiar?
How could it not? We just set off to rescue Ciri from Vilgefortz.
Oh, our encounter with Vilgefortz. That is something I do not remember so fondly. But that first stay in Beauclair, far calmer than this one.
Seemed like a land straight out of a fairy tale back then. Its sole problem, cellars too small to accommodate all that wine.
Appearances, Geralt. Appearances, like Mamoons and Dopplers, deceive. So what did become of Vilgefortz?
Killed him. Sure wasn't easy, though. What about you? Any idea where you'll go?
Distance is of the essence. I thought I might venture south.
Nilfgaard?
Why ever not? The Nilfgaardians are a modern society. None there believe in vampires anymore. This fact alone could be very useful to one wishing to remain incognito.
Interesting point of view. I so don't feel like going anywhere. Sit here a while longer?
So we shall, my friend. We have witnessed, and in fact on several occasions incited, many great and weighty events. After all that toil, I believe we deserve a bit of a rest.
That we do.
And rest is what Geralt will get, because that is it for The Witcher. At least as far as games go and DLCs. This was the final DLC for The Witcher 3. The Witcher 3, according to CD Projekt Red, was the final game in the Witcher series, although just recently, I think there was a tweet or an interview, I don't know what, where they said that there will be no more Witcher games, but they're not gonna leave the world of The Witcher entirely. Or so they say. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. They're busy working on another really cool sounding game right now that I am looking forward to playing. I don't know when that game is supposed to come out. But if it's anything like this game, it's sure to be something amazing. This DLC was really good. I mean, it felt like a complete game on its own, and it was. It took me over 50 hours to play it, so it's amazing that a DLC could have that much content, and that much good content. I actually... Do I dare say that I liked this DLC better than the main game? Maybe. One of my complaints about the main game was that there were so many side quests and so many side stories that I, personally, lost track of the main story at times. There was just so many side things to do that by the time I got back to the main story, I had forgotten what was going on. And so I felt like it lost some of its weight and some of its impact, which is a shame because it was a great story. If I had unlimited time where I could just play games all the time, I would consider playing through The Witcher 3 again and just focusing more on the main story and only doing side quests when I needed to. Why would you need to do side quests? Well, maybe you need more coin so that you could buy and upgrade better weapons and armor. But yeah, I would like to try it again and focus just on the main story, just to see if it's possible, for one thing, to just kind of, you know, stay focused on the main story throughout that whole giant game. And also just to, you know, kind of refresh my memory of that story. Because I don't know if I really remember it all that much. But that's not uncommon for me. I tend to forget games and movies and books as soon as I read them. One thing that I wish wasn't true, but it is. But yeah, I loved this story. It was so good. I mean, there was a time where I was a little confused as to what was going on, which is fine. But I wasn't sure they were going to be able to tie it all up, you know, tie all the loose ends. Especially when we suspected that it was Syanna who was pulling the strings. And remember, we thought that Syanna had kidnapped Rena, right? When we thought they were two different people. And when it looked like that was going to be the case, I was like, yeah, but why does Syanna want those people dead? Why did she want them murdered? Well, we found out. And I really loved the twist that Syanna and Rena were the same person. That was awesome. And then, you know, that story was great. And then right there at the end, I loved how they didn't forget about the fifth victim and the fifth letter. So it was cool to be able to go back and, you know, find that fifth letter, find out who the fifth victim was, and find proof that all along Syanna was plotting to kill her sister. I wanted to say earlier in the crypt that I'm not so hard-hearted that I can't have a little bit of compassion for Syanna's predicament. I mean, here she was in this, royal family, and whether it's true or not, she was, it was believed that she had been cursed, and she was kicked out of the family, and not in a very tactful way, it sounds like. It sounds like these people were total jerks. And, that's got to be terrible, just awful. So I can understand her being angry and resentful all these years, but I don't believe that murdering them is the right thing to do. So I do feel bad for her, but I didn't feel like she deserved to have the roses placed on her grave because she killed those people, man. And because of what she did to Detlef, heck, half of Beauclair burned. Who knows how many people were killed during that. And then, poor Regis, his friend Detlef, gets killed, And then, of course, the ending, which was so unexpected. It wasn't totally unexpected that Syanna would try something. That's why I said I hope you checked her for a blade, because I didn't think that Syanna would be so forgiving so quickly. I thought maybe Syanna would fake being forgiving just so that she wouldn't get such a tough sentence. But I did not see both Anna Henrietta and Syanna dying there at the end. I wonder if there was a way that you could play the game to prevent that from happening. I'll have to go watch somebody else's playthrough to see what happens if you choose to take Syanna to Detlef. Would that have prevented the death of Anna Henrietta and the death of Detlef and the death of Syanna? Would that have been the better way to go? I don't know, man. That's one of the things this game does. It leaves you shaking your head, asking yourself those questions. It's great because so many games are just so black and white. You do this, you're a good guy. You do this, you're a bad guy. In this game, so many shades of gray. Well, thank you to those of you who encouraged me to play through this DLC and the other one, Hearts of Stone. I enjoyed them both immensely, and it was wonderful to get back into the world of The Witcher and this Witcher 3 game. Fantastic game, fantastic DLCs. I hope that you guys enjoyed following me along on this very long DLC. Thank you for your comments and your suggestions. It's a very good idea to get Whirl and Severance on my sword. That turned Geralt into a serious badass. I mean, in this DLC there was like really one main boss right there at the end where we had to fight Detlef, and I beat him on my first try, which I'm proud of. If you've watched me play this game in the DLCs, you know I'm not really that great at playing these games, but I did it on my first try, man. First try. I feel pretty good about that, and I'm glad you were here to witness it. I have proof of it. It was recorded, and now it's on YouTube for everybody to see. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I'm going to go ahead and let's go ahead and skip past these credits here. Yeah, we're going to skip past these.
Actually, I'd love to go home.
And we have this last new quest here called Be It Ever So Humble, where we are to go home. And we're going to do that because I want to see what Regis has left there for us. And I also want to see the final text of that quest that we were just doing, Pomp and Strange Circumstance. Let's see. And there is no new text here, which is unusual. But that's okay. Be it ever so humble, Geralt decided to go home to Corvo Bianco. Go home. Well, let's look at the map. Where are we on the map? We're here near Mare Lachey Long. I know I'm saying that wrong. I hear them pronounce it in the game, and I try to remember how they pronounced it, but I can't remember. Anyway, we're here in the cemetery, so we're just going to go up here to this fast travel point, which is right in front of us. I guess old Regis has moved on. It's sad. Regis has no choice but to move on, man. Out of sight, out of mind, as he said. He can't stick around Toussaint anymore. He is a hunted vampire, hunted by his own kind. Sad, man. Curiosity is going to get the best of me here. And I'm going to go down into... oh, if we can. We can. I'm going to go down here into his lair, as it were. And it wouldn't be too surprising to me if there's a little something down here for us to look at. Maybe a little goodbye letter from Regis, but I guess not. I thought there was a chance of that, knowing this game, these developers, but looks like there's nothing down here for us, so we'll move on. I just wanted to take a quick look. And I really wish we would have found the pants to this outfit, but I will say that these blue pants, they look pretty good with this red. I kind of dig it. It's pretty neat look. Although I am very bothered by the fact that this armor is better than this Grandmaster armor that we worked so hard to fashion. Fast travel to Corvo Bianco, Geralt's new home apparently. One thing I don't like about the DLC is that it seems to totally ignore what we did at the end of The Witcher 3. I ended up basically with Yennefer, you know. We kind of trotted off into the sunset with Yennefer to live this happy life, retired as a retired Witcher. At least that's how I remember it.
Master Witcher, some unknown individual barged into the residence. I resisted as best I could, but to no avail.
Who is it?
Alas, they did not do me the basic courtesy of introducing themselves.
They're still here? Okay. Wow, look at this place. This place looks great. Who's it gonna be?
Unexpected as ever.
Perfect. Oh my gosh. I was just talking about this. This is awesome.
And beautiful as ever.
Won't you even ask why I've come? Or how I found you?
Wouldn't get a straight answer anyway.
Quite true.
Used to bother me, all your secrets. Now I know if you have something to tell me, you'll tell me. Don't need to ask.
I missed you, Geralt. Madly. Come outside. We can hold hands and stare at the sky, like some shitty two-crown romance.
I can't believe I was just talking about this. This is awesome. This is so great. So I don't know for sure, but I've gathered that you can play The Witcher 3 different ways, and you could basically end the game. You could end the game with Yennefer. I guess you could maybe end the game with is it Triss maybe? And you know, I see like Team Yennefer, Team Triss, whatever. Apparently I'm Team Yennefer for, you know, I decided to end up with Yennefer. So if you're a Team Triss, I hope you understand that I am as happy to see Yennefer at the end of this as you would have been to see Triss or whoever you ended up with. So it's so awesome. I was just talking about it, how I was a little disappointed that a game and a series that and a developer that pays so much attention to detail seemed to totally just ignore what happened at the end of The Witcher 3, where I ended up with Yennefer. And then I walk into this. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. Let's see. I don't know if we're going to get to say all of these things, but I hope we will.
Brought quite a few books. Let me guess. Working on a new spell?
Not at all. These aren't grimoires, just pleasure reading. The Name of the Orchid. A widower for half a year.
Always thought you too busy to make time for something as impractical as pleasure reading.
Because I was. But now I'm not. A few weeks ago, I awoke to the realization that I know not what to do next. I have no plan. I have no goal. And you know what? I like that. Finally, I can stop thinking about politics and focus on what's important to me. Which is why I came here.
So do you like Toussaint?
Liking Toussaint so far?
The landscape's lovely and the towns are charming, no question about that.
But
But the southern sun plays havoc with my wardrobe. To be blunt, wear black down here and you're pretty damn hot.
might need to think about changing your color palette. Off-white and pea green, for instance.
And I'll wear scents distilled from turnips and daisies. I think I shall simply stay in the shade, and you'll bring me cool drinks at regular intervals.
Bring you whatever you want.
As you wish.
You know, feels kind of strange having a home.
I must say I never pictured you owning real estate.
Was something of an accident, but I'm not about to complain. Yen, back then, before we fought the hunt, said you wanted to run away with me to the world's end. This vineyard, good enough?
Yes, although there's one thing missing.
Namely,
I shall give you a hint. It's large, white, has 4 legs, category taxidermy.
oh yeah, the unicorn. Fine, you can bring it down here.
I knew you'd see things my way.
That's awesome.
Ever thought this day would come? Me and you, peace and quiet, bees buzzing, birds chirping.
I almost regret delaying so long before coming to you. I was quite the silly goose.
You have doubts? Though I imagine it might have been hard coming after me. Always were proud as a peacock.
Please, Geralt. I'm not like other sorceresses to feel that following someone means my wings have been clipped.
Ooh, watch what you say about your colleagues. Remember, it's an ill bird that fouls its own nest.
Well said, Witcher. You're not only handsome, but wise, too. I feel a bit like the cat that got the canary.
Yeah, and I'm... Damn it, you win. This time.
Ha!
How'd that start, anyway? Our duels and wordplay.
Forgotten? It was at a vernissage in Banard. You started it to keep from going mad with boredom. I remember finding your sense of humor both groan-worthy and somehow endearing. Never change, Geralt. I beg you.
Let's talk later.
So, talk again later?
Of course. I'm not going anywhere.
Quest completed. Okay. Good job, game. Good job. That was awesome, and the timing could not have been more perfect. No quests, except for this one, which pretend like it's not there. Let's see. I just want to see if there's any final text here with this one. And be it ever so humble, at his new abode, an unexpected guest awaited. Yet it was someone Geralt was more than glad to see indeed. Well, let's see here. I want to go in here and see what Regis left for us, because apparently he left something for us.
Everything the same. Wine, and look like smuggling wine. It's enough to drive you batty.
Huh. Sorry to hear you say that. Major Domo. Oh, Major Domo.
How might I be of service, sir?
Nope. See you later. Bye.
Thanks. Gotta get back to my business now. See you soon.
So what is it that Regis left for us, and am I even going to be able to tell what it is? I don't think I have any paintings, do I? So it's some... Oh, okay, I remember. I think there was somebody who sold paintings. I could have bought paintings from them, I think. Armor stand. Can I, hang the armor that I'm currently wearing? Oh, that's weird. Why is there no picture of it? There it is. No, I can't. So, what I want to do is... let's go into our bedroom here. I know this is dumb, but I want to go into our bedroom, and I'm going to get into our stash, and we're gonna grab, let's see here, I was gonna just get a nice outfit to put on, you know, something that you might wear around the vineyard, you know, like just a shirt, you know, and maybe just you know, just a pair of boots, some ornate boots maybe, and you know, maybe some elegant Beauclair trousers, you know, something like that. Whoa, what happened? You know, something like that. We don't need any gloves, and we would just put those things on. Because we're here to rest and relax. There. Oh, take off your gloves, Geralt. Relax a little bit. There we go. Yeah. Okay. That's pretty cool. And then, let's see here. Loot. Here we go. Well, before we read that, let's walk back out here. And here on our armor stand, we're going to put our, we could put this armor or that armor. Well, let's put our feline armor here. And we'll put our trousers here. And we'll put our gloves here. And we'll put our boots here. There. Put that there. Add it to our collection. We're not going to be needing that for a while. Oh, another armor stand right here. We could go ahead and put some of our armor here. Unfortunately, I never got the pants, so that looks kind of weird, but oh well, what are you going to do about it? And then I doubt that the old woman's going to have anything to say to us.
I thank you for letting me stay. I cannot remember when last I was this happy.
Yeah, we already talked to her about these things, even though they're in white instead of gray. I don't know why.
Take care, Witcher. And remember, you always have warm food awaiting your return.
Okay, but you're cooking for 2 now. Alright, well, let's go in here and see what Regis left for us. Loot. Letter from Regis. Read. Dear Geralt, if you are reading these words, it means I am already far beyond the borders of Toussaint, and you have found my mutagenerator. Oh, okay. I guess I didn't find it yet. Of course, you may dub this instrument however you like, perhaps something more fitting to your taste or better reflecting its function, for I have no doubt your knowledge on the subject of mutagens is far more profound and thorough than mine. I have been working on this device in my spare time, but now it is finished, and I am convinced as an inventor can be before his invention has been used as intended, of the usefulness of this apparatus. You are surely wondering what function it is meant to serve. As the name indicates, the mutagenerator generates mutagens. It operates by absorbing electromagical energy waves from bodies, in this case, the bodies of the monsters and evildoers you kill. And when it is absorbed enough so as to be charged a critical amount, the mutagenerator changes the stored energy into a greater mutagen, which I suspect you will make good use of. As you surely understand, I am an amateur engineer, which is why you must forgive the lack of an ability for you to direct this operation. Which mutagen emerges as a result is determined at random, meaning chance will decide if it is a green, red, or blue mutagen. Chance, yet I have noted the colors tend to alternate by and large. I trust you shall find my gift useful. Your dearly devoted friend, Emil Regis Rohelik Terzieff Godefroy. P.S. You might be wondering why I decided to toss the mutagenerator into your home instead of simply handing it to you in person. Well, you must know I did it out of modesty, believe it or not. Take care, Geralt, and may my gift serve you well. So this mutagenerator is right here. Mutagenerator. Okay. Well, so now that we have this thing, I guess if we were to play the game further, this thing would just make, mutagens appear. Use. To use this item, you must gather more charges. Oh, and you can see right there it says 0 of 100 charges. And we could sell it for a pretty penny if we wanted to, but we're not going to do that. Looks like a deck of cards. That's what it looks like to me. Okay, so Regis left us a mutagenerator, which might be kind of cool if we were to play the game again. But we're going to walk back out here to our beloved Yennefer. And we're going to end our time here in the world of The Witcher. Let's see if she has anything new to say.
Can we talk?
Always. With pleasure.
So that was just in case we didn't get to ask her everything before.
So, talk again later?
Of course. I'm not going anywhere.
And that'll do it for my playthrough of The Witcher 3 DLC Blood and Wine, and also just for my playthrough of The Witcher 3 in general. I doubt I will be revisiting this world unless they do happen to come out with another DLC, which we all know they're not going to, but you never know. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me on this entire playthrough. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, won't you be so kind as to let me know by leaving me a like or a comment? Sure would appreciate that. If you've watched all of this and you're not a subscriber, thanks for watching. Why not consider subscribing? Thank you guys so much for watching. I sure do hope that you will check out some of my other Let's Plays, and that I will see you again in another Let's Play in the future. Take care, everybody.